Top of the morning to you. Hello and welcome back to Brick Girl. My name is Brittany and today we are reviewing Disney's Artemis Fowl. Are you ready? Are you sure? Okay, let's go. Artemis Fowl follows the titular character Artemis Fowl II, played by Ferdy Shaw, who finds himself caught between magical law enforcement and the kidnapping of his father. I was an absolute clean slate when it comes to this story. I had seen the books on the shelves, maybe glanced over the blurb, but I was so oblivious that the sudden appearance of dwarves and fairies threw me. Josh Gad is a freaking dwarf, man! However, this movie hits so many cliches from the child hero genre that it's really not hard to see where the story is going. That's not to say it doesn't have way too much exposition. The introduction of Artemis's Lara Croftian discovery of his father's business dealings was so heavy with exposition, I just drowned. When it comes to book to movie adaptations, there are two incredibly infuriating traps that these productions keep falling into, and they haven't figured it out yet. It's overstuffing and way too much creative license. There is even a third issue specifically related to children's entertainment, which I will touch on later in the video. Overstuffing and creative license are two sides of the same coin. On one side, the director can take chapter by chapter, everything from the book, and try and fit it into the movie. But putting that into the typical hour and a half is near impossible, which is why they need creative license. I am of the firm belief that a story needs to be altered in order to fit the limitations of film. And sometimes, very rarely in the right hands, a director can even create new things that is better than the original. But until you gain credibility, too much creative license will anger fans, and I don't blame them. And although I haven't read the book, Disney's live-action Artemis Fowl has unfortunately fallen short of both of these points. Artemis has been redesigned from the calculative, moral ambiguous character to a rudimental hero caricature. But I'm not saying that Shaw failed in his role as Artemis. In fact, his introductory scene was really intriguing. Now, regarding the film's overweight exposition. Apparently, Disney has put the first two books into one movie in a world where people are splitting books into two, sometimes three movies. Why? This movie has fallen foul to both overstuffing and creative licensing, both of which are probably gonna get fans a little bit mad. Now, there are many issues with this movie. And there is some good stuff, Josh Gad and Judi Dench, but the third major trap that it falls into is oversimplification. First of all, Artemis is pushed into the cliche box of hero. The villain is reduced simply to monologues and vague reasoning. Meanwhile, the writers have fallen back to rely on cliche dialogue and two-dimensional characters. I'm so worked up about this. Yo, it seems we have a case of the oversimplifications, my dudes. And even with its top-heavy exposition, the movie never really takes time to stop and explore this world and develop things. The villain even touches on a race war, something that the writers didn't even bother to put anywhere else in the script. The writing is so lazy that Artemis gets help from his martial artist friend, Juliet. She goes toe-to-toe with an adult male in her introduction, but never once is she asked to do anything when there are magical creatures who are infiltrating the Fowl Manor. What is the point? It's lazy, and these production companies are falling into these habits when they have potential classics on their hands. And we know for a fact that these mature themes have a place in children's entertainment because it can be done with grace and creativity. So don't tell me it's just a kids movie, because it's not. Because that's just lazy. These are repeating issues that are not only found in Disney's Artemis Fowl, but in multiple book-to-movie adaptations and children's entertainment. Don't get me wrong, there is always leeway for creating fun and silly entertainment. When an opportunity comes along to adapt a world-renowned book and it gets this treatment, I get angry. It's not enough anymore to simply adapt a book, a comic, or a musical. Here's looking at you, Catch. For the silver screen. So do a good job, or don't do it at all. Because fans wait long enough for these things to be made. And for them to just fail over and over again, it's just not good enough. I don't watch The Last Guy. Cool. If you want to hear more from me about this film, pop on over to the NovaStream network where you will find a written review from me. And if you're a huge fan of the books, please tell me your thoughts on this movie in the comments down below. And if you want to watch it, you can pop on over to Disney Plus from the 12th of June to see it. With that said, thank you so much for watching. My name is Brittany and you have been watching Brit Girl. Here come the men in black.